The agony and the turning point, the Battle of Stalingrad. By the summer of 1942, Nazi Germany war machine had rolled deep into the Soviet Union. Hitler's gaze fell upon a city on the Volga River, Stalingrad. More than just an industrial hub, it bore the name of his enemy, Joseph Stalin. For Hitler, taking it was symbolic. For the Soviets, holding it was essential. This was not a battle for ground. It was a struggle for the very soul of the Eastern Front, a test of will that would define the war. The stakes were immense. If the Germans, led by Field Marshal Paulus, seized Stalingrad, they could cut off Soviet oil supplies from the Caucasus, cripple Soviet industry, and potentially collapse the Eastern Front. The fate of World War II hung on the banks of the Volga. The battle began with a terrifying baptism of fire. On August 23rd, 1942, the Luftwaffe unleashed a massive aerial bombardment, reducing the wooden city to rubble and ash. But the rubble did not yield. What followed was arguably the most brutal urban warfare in history. The fighting wasn't for blocks, but for single floors, stairwells, and factory ruins. Under the command of General Vasily Chuvkov, the Soviet 62nd Army held on with fanatical, desperate tenacity. The Soviet mantra was not a step back. Life expectancy for a Soviet soldier on the front lines was measured in days, sometimes hours. Soldiers had learned to fight in the ruins, using every trench and sewer, earning the grim nickname Rat War. The closeness of the fighting negated German air superiority and tank tactics. While German forces were fixated on the urban agony, the Red Army was preparing for a masterstroke. On November 19, 1942, the Soviets launched Operation Uranus, a massive pincer movement striking the exposed, weaker Romanian and Italian flanks, north and south of the city. Within days, the Soviet forces met, trapping the entire German Sixth Army. Hitler, obsessed, forbade a breakout, promising an airlift that proved tragically inadequate. The soldiers froze and starved while Soviet artillery hammered them mercilessly. He ended. The end came on February 2nd, 1943, when Field Marshal Paulus, in a humiliating blow to the Führer, surrendered. Over 91,000 German soldiers were captured, only about 5,000 of whom would ever see Germany again. The Axis had suffered an estimated 850,000 casualties, a monumental loss.